What's going on, Geek Pit? Welcome to another episode of Geeks Top 10. I'm your host, the Metal Geek, right now, and I'm super pumped to be doing this episode right now. We're going to be doing an episode all about wrestling right now. Wrestling, this is one of my favorite topics to talk about. I love talking about movies, but I think today's episode we'll be talking about wrestling. Top 10 WWE wrestlers who are going to do big things in the year 2026. And that's going to be the next topic right now. So now, this doesn't mean that these wrestlers have to be doing something in the year 2026. This could mean that these wrestlers are basically just like, not top guys who have a world title per se, or something along the lines, but something, they're going to get something, whether it be a US title, tag title, whatever it may be. So but this is going to be a fun topic. Who do I think is going to be a big star in 2026 in the WWE universe? This is so let's get it started with my number 10 right now. He just debuted at number 10. I think I've been watching this guy since New Japan, and I mean, his wrestling style isn't the greatest. And I'm not 110% sure if he could connect with the US audience, but I think what's going to end up happening is I think WWE is going to help him out with his performance and his aura, because he's got a really, really cool aura. He comes out with the robe. He comes out with the sickle. And coming in at my number 10 right now, I believe it's going to be Evil, is coming in at my number 10 right now on my list, because Evil, I mean, in New Japan, I was really not a huge fan of Evil, but there's just something about his aura and his performance that really got me. So he's going to be coming in at my number 10 on my list right now. Number 9. Like I said, this is not somebody who's going to be like a world champion, but they are going to be doing something in the WWE. And this guy has been just selling merch after merch just recently after he debuted, and I think he has the potential maybe to be a US champion, a tag team champion. I mean, he's a comedy gimmick. He's in that state right now where he could, I don't want to compare him to R-Truth because they're two different characters, but this character puts on curses. He puts on great matches. He has a very unique style, and this is why he comes in at my number 9 on my list. Actually, it's going to be Danhausen, actually. So is coming in at my number 9. Like I said on the list, I don't think these guys could be, I mean, I could be wrong. These guys could be proven doing something after 2026 is over, but this is just my predictions. That's why he's not coming in very high on my list. But, I do believe that he's selling a ton of merch right now. So, and that's one thing that WWE is going to be looking for. They want to make money, and they're in the business to make money. So they're gonna push this guy, and they're just gonna keep pushing him because he's a merch machine. So he's gonna come up with different stuff. So, and that's why he's coming in at my number 9 on my list right now. Is Danhausen is a wrestler that could be doing big things in the year 2026 or beyond. Coming in at my number 8 is a wrestler. He could have been a little bit higher, but I see how WWE treats people over 40, and they're probably not going to be looking at him, but he is an amazing athlete, amazing talent, And I think that he is somebody who's going to be doing great things, whether he's going to be a future U.S. champion, future Intercontinental champion. He may win the WWE title or the World Heavyweight title once or twice because he just has that aura. But I think he's somebody that's going to be a future for the company? As of right now, I just don't think so. But I think he's great, and this is why he still made my list. Coming in at my number 8, he is all ego, Ethan Page. Coming in at my number 7 on my list, he's another merch machine. She puts on great performances each and every single day. Great performances, and he always comes up with a new hit single. So. And this is why he comes in at my number 7 on my list. Do I think he's going to win a world title? It is quite the possibility that this guy could technically win a world heavyweight title. But, we'll have to wait and see. So that's why he's coming in at my number 7 right now on my list right now. And that is Joe Hendry. Because I believe. Number 6 coming in on my list right now. I was not really a huge fan of him until I finally got the chance to see him live on SmackDown, and I think he's just somebody who's gonna. I mean, like I said, NXT, he was not a great wrestler. He had a great chant, great following, but there was just certain things that he needed to work on, and this is one reason I do believe that we're going to get him. We got him as U.S. champion this year. I think that's just a pure stepping stone on where this guy is going to be going, and I think. Coming in at my number 6 on my list right now, I'm going to have to go with Trick Williams because he's whooped that trick. Number 5 on my list, he's a phenomenal wrestler. He's someone who I believe is someone who could be a future WWE champion. And he's probably really athletic for a big man. But the thing is, like I said, and this is a huge topic on my list right now because age is probably going to be a big factor why these guys on my list don't make it so much further. But coming in at my number 5, I still think he is definitely a future WWE champion, and he still made the list right now. Coming in at number 5 on my list right now is Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu, putting on performance after performance. But like I said, I think, in my honest opinion, I think age is going to really play a big factor on why he's not a little bit higher on this list right now. I still think we still haven't seen we still got to see more wrestlers right now, but I think Jacob Fatu would have been a little bit higher if he had been a little bit younger to make it. But none the fact, he's still a phenomenal wrestler, and this is not just me. This is my thinking on how WWE treats like wrestlers over 40 years old, and I just think that Jacob Fatu, I still think he's going to be a WWE champion. But I think he's going to be a future star in the company? Probably not, but I think definitely he's going to be a future champion. That is 110% for certain. So that's why he also made my list at my number 5. Number 4 on my list right now he's big, he's bad, he's gonna body slam your dad, and he's just made his debut. He's got the endorsement actually from John Cena, most recently, on the Twitter machine. So, do we still call it Twitter? By the way, is it called? I mean, I'm maybe I'm the old school generation, so I'm the one that's over 40. But yeah, so but yeah, I mean, I know it's called X, but you know, I'm just somebody who grew up as the name is called Twitter. You know, who remembers that old thing that WWE came out with? Help me out in the comments below. I believe it was something with a Z. They were going with man, they tried. I think they didn't want to pay the rights to Twitter or something. So WWE came up with their own like Twitter. It was ridiculous. It's long gone right now. WWE uses Twitter to this day, X, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so coming in at my number. Speaking of that, coming in at my number 4 on my list, actually, it is actually going to be Will Cross. Will Cross, such an amazing athlete, such a young talent too. He's somebody I believe in 2026 can do big things. I think he's going to be in NXT for a little bit. But for them, because the main roster, just Raw, SmackDown, is just so heavy right now. They got so much going on. I think Will Cross needs to stay in NXT a little bit. But yeah, so he's actually coming in at my number 4 on my list right now. Is going to be actually Will Cross coming in at my number 4 right now on my list. Number 3 is coming in at my number 3 on my list. This guy's a former NXT World Heavyweight Champion. He did huge things, big things right now in NXT. Not only did he, not is he only a second generation superstar, which is by the way, speaking of that, which means he has to prove a lot more now, because to prove that he actually belongs in this. So, but yeah, coming in number 3 is actually Bron Breakker. I do believe Bron Breakker, he's got so much potential to be a future WWE champion. Can it be somebody that wins Money in the Bank this year? I don't think he's going to win Money in the Bank this year. Maybe next year he might actually win it, but that goes to show you who's going to be my number 2 on my list, because I think this guy, I think it's his year. I honestly 110% think this guy's year right now. And people hate him literally that much. And people go, well, I hate him that much. He's an asshole. You know what? But you know something? That's just him doing his job. And that's why he's very, very strong on my number 2 on my list. And I honestly believe that he's somebody who's winning Money in the Bank this year. 110% he's going to win Money in the Bank. And I think I said it last year. He was winning Money in the Bank. I said it the year before he was winning Money in the Bank. I honestly do believe it's his time, and he's a former U.S. champion. He's the most hated character probably in the WWE universe right now, and I honestly believe that he's at my number 2 right now on my list, whether he's hated inside the ring, hated outside the ring. I mean, still, regardless, he's doing his job. So, and not only is he doing his job, he's a phenomenal wrestler as well. He never puts on really bad matches at all. He's proven why he belongs in that ring, which is very hard to do from the YouTube world, because he's actually someone who's actually going to be putting in the work. And that's why he's very, very strongly my number 2 on my list right now. And I'm actually talking about Logan Paul. Logan Paul, I do believe, whether it be this year, next year, the year after, he will be a future WWE champion. And I feel that whether it happens, he's someone that's going to be the top heel in the company. But so that's why he's so strongly my number 2 on my list right now is actually Logan Paul. So, but I mean, hate me in the comments, think what you want about it, but I honestly do believe Logan Paul is my number 2 on my list right now. So, coming in at my number 1 on my list right now, can we get a drum roll? Can we get a drum roll, or can we get a... Whew. Let's see. Obafemi is my number 1 on my list right now. And I said this on my last podcast. I said it on my absolute last podcast. I do believe that Obafemi is the future. You don't go into WrestleMania and you beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. And it means something when it happens. That means that you're pretty much the future. And this is somebody that Brock wanted to work with because he strongly believed in Oba. And come on, we've had so many people that wrestled Brock at WrestleMania. We had the people from the Dean Ambroses, which we thought. We had the Bobby Lashleys. Come on, it's like Oba is that one guy that wrestled Brock, and he took him to the limit, and then Brock actually retired. So, and he's basically passing the torch over to Brock. So I think Oba is a future WWE champion. I don't like what they're doing with him right now, with the squash match thing. I think they could be doing a little bit more, but I get the reason why they're doing it. I believe they're doing it because they're trying to build him up a little bit more. They don't want to, I get, they're probably building this match towards SummerSlam. I do believe it's going to be Roman and Oba at SummerSlam, and that's going to be the big match main event. But they're not going to blow it right now. They're trying to build it up. So, and there's just so much time between now and SummerSlam. So we just got to wait it out a little bit. But I do believe that Brock and Oba is going to be a match for SummerSlam. And I believe that Oba's winning it? I don't know if Oba's going to win at SummerSlam or this is they're culminating it for WrestleMania. But Oba, I believe, is a future Brock Lesnar. It's a future Roman Reigns. That's why he's my number 1 on my list right now as wrestlers to look out for in 2026. What did you guys think of my list? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Please leave a comment below. Did you hate my list? Love it? Do you think I'm annoying? Please leave a comment below, and we will see you guys in the next one.